Okay, so let's talk about the minimum wage thing a little bit. I know there's been a lot of comments on my feed on this, but here's the thing. When the minimum wage goes up, I totally get it. We want people to make as much money as possible. But here's the thing. The price increases is really dependent on the type of business that you're in. And I'm going to give you a couple of examples on April 1st on what we've noticed on this. So this is a Jamba Juice location. Back in February, you can get a small smoothie for less than $8. So let's fast forward till today. So now a small smoothie is going to run you $12.09 with a large going to $13. So if you're a family of four that visited Jamba Juice 10 times a month, you're going to pay an average of $12 more a day or $120 more a month to visit a Jamba Juice, a small boutique business. Would you do that? Would you spend $120 more a month? Or would you save that money and make smoothies at home? Another example today is Wetzel Pretzel. Wetzel Pretzel, you could get basically a pretzel for less than $5 or $5.89. Today, $8 for a pretzel at Wetzel Pretzel. Same thing. If you were visiting them at the mall 10 times a month with a family of four, would you spend over $100 more a month if you visited Wetzel Pretzel 10 times more? Maybe or maybe not. And I think the frequency of this business is not as high, but it's still a lot. Starbucks coffee, just a regular black coffee now is going to run you about $4, which back in February in many places in the greater Los Angeles area was $1.89. So that is double the price. So if you visit Starbucks again 10 times in a month, that's pretty significant. But here's an interesting one. So when you take businesses that have massive volume, huge volume, like say a McDonald's, this is the price of a quarter pounder with cheese in Reno, Nevada, which is $5.89. And now the price as of April 1st jumps to $6.29 in the greater Los Angeles area. So not too much. Maybe what is that? About a 40% increase. Not significant until you add the other items. So in Reno, Nevada, a Coke's going to cost you about $1.49. And in the greater Los Angeles area, it's going to cost you $1.99. That's a 33% increase in one day. So what's the lesson here? I think the lesson here is what we call the creepage effect. So it doesn't seem like that significant, paying 50 cents more, $1 more. The businesses that are not high demand businesses, like the Jambas, the Wetzel Pretzels, the Cinnabons, they're the ones that have to increase their prices the most because their traffic count is significantly less than the high volume players like the Burger Kings, the McDonald's, and the In-N-Out. They can make up for it by doing incremental increases, maybe 20 cents or 30 cents. But I would say a 33% increase on a Coke is pretty significant, especially if you're eating out every day. So what my assumption is that these businesses, and I'm actually involved in one of these type of businesses as well, is the customer count is going to drop. It's going to drop significantly because all of the other price increases, housing increases at the grocery store, energy price increases, everything is creeping up because there's this redistribution happening. So basically what's happening is people are going to be left in the same situation they were because prices are just going to go up. And who inevitably is going to pay for this? The middle class is going to pay for this. It's the middle class. And the thing is that, school teachers, they're not getting a 20, 30% pay increase. Is the industry that you're in getting a 30% pay increase? Is the middle class getting a 25, 30% pay increase to pay for all of these little increases? All businesses are doing is they're just raising their prices because The risk for going into business is incredibly difficult. All of the bureaucracy and laws and everything that goes on, the government decrees what we have to do. We have to figure out how to make it work. And I'm happy that people are making more money. That is great. The challenge is it's a game of chicken. Where's this going to go? I think that California is setting up for a great experiment. This is an experiment. We're going to see how it goes, and hopefully it goes for the better. Hopefully that everybody is willing to open up their pocketbooks a little more. But if the consumer decides to cut back on their spending and they decide to not frequent these concepts as much, you're going to see job losses. You're going to see businesses close, and it's going to have the detrimental effect on this. And we're seeing this in other areas of the country, like Seattle, which has passed ride sharing rules that have devastated that economy, and they're having to go back and they're having to change it. So we'll have to see, but I would love your thoughts and comments because I think this is a great experiment, and we'll have to see what happens.